Costume roleplay is dressing up as your favourite characters from any major series.
So anything that's anime, Japanese games, Japanese culture is considered cosplay. And for me, cosplay is my biggest way to express myself.
And just an excuse to dress up as a cartoon character for a day without being judged or ridiculed by anyone.
My name is Kiara, I'm 19 years old and I make costumes. Today I'm wearing Leah de Beaumont from Le Chevalier d'Eon. She's pretty much a psychotic ghost. So she possesses her brother's body to go around and rid the world of the people who killed her. So it's pretty full on, there's a pretty high body count. Yeah. Well, when I'm picking who I dress up as, it's so much of a muchness. Like, they've got to be a character that I like, that I feel I can relate to, because, you know, I'm going to be dressing up as them. I don't want to be wearing someone that I think is weird or stupid. But then there's also the costume. Like, if the costume is really pretty, I'm just like, I want to make it. I want to make it. So yeah. In total for this one it cost me $300, including like all the fabrics, the lace, the beads, the wig. This one, $10. I don't think that they understand it because I think they're just closed-minded. Like, I know that some of the cosplayers I look up to in America had trouble with a few of their costumes because churches rally some conventions and yeah. So they did these devil costumes, like scanty and knee socks from Penny and Stocking. And they, you know, their characters, they're really... The devils act like angels and the angels act like devils. So the devils are really cool, but they drive around in a limo. So they were like, oh, we're going to hire a limo and rock up to the convention and get out and be in style. No, the church take this as an attack against them and called the police, and it was this like huge drama thing. But yeah, everyone goes to a stage where they get competitive. You know, they want to be the best, you know, like that childish thing. But you make your best costumes when you're passionate about it and having fun. Yeah, so if you're passionate, if you're a good person, if you're good at what you want to do, if, you know, you just strive to get better for yourself, good things happen.
It's a combination of the people, the fact that you all love anime or manga on some level, or used to, and at the end of the day, everyone is always in such high spirits, such passionate and crazy vibes. The cosplay community is not so much, I wouldn't say friendlier than other groups, but they're a lot less restricted. They're a lot more open, and they're a lot more out there and wild and crazy. A lot more so than people would give them credit for. These people would just as soon hug those people even if it was the first time they met them, as they would, you know, just say, hi, how are you? You know, it's just that craziness that they all bring. Favourite anime character? I always prefer the bad guys. Like the first cosplay I did was Shishio Mikado from Rurouni Kenshin. He was just a bad guy. I know it's not anime or manga, but the Joker from DC Comics. Love him like crazy. And of course, you know, there are some good guys who I do like. I guess Vash the Stampede, because he just is a nice character, a good character, someone to get behind. That choice where you can say, I like this character, I want to be like him. You know, you may, as I said, your life may suck, you might have a bad situation, whatever. You can dress up like that and get away from it. Focus on that for a few months, few weeks, few nights for some people who, like most people, just leave it to the last second. And on the day of the cosplay, when they have to wear it, they say, alright, I'm this character. Bugger you all to the rest of the world.
My name is Yasemin Arslan and I'm 20 years old, live in Sydney, Australia. I've been cosplaying for about 6 or 7 years now, and it's only just the past couple of years where I want to do something more serious, become more professional and get my name out there. The main reason why I did start cosplay was like a form of escapism. You can become someone else for a day without all the emotional excess baggage. I'd preferably like to cosplay, you know, confident, strong, almost badass characters, you know, who have a real fire, who have a real life, because that's, in a way, that's who I want to be. Last character I did was a female named Dole from a series called Kuroshitsuji, or Black Butler in English. Pretty much, you know, I had to learn many things from scratch, including making my own headpiece, making my own like props, etc. And it was a great costume. You know, it started falling apart in the end, and you know, it didn't turn out exactly what I wanted. But like, I learned new techniques from each one, and I'm slowly getting better and better. You know, and hopefully one day I'll hit that point of perfection. You know, where I will make, hopefully, my best cosplay. Fingers crossed. People, you know, are sharing their demons in a way, and in a way, cosplay is actually helping people connect. You know, to realize that they're not alone, because that's the one thing that people fear, that they're not sharing this at all, the pain and suffering, and yeah, people actually find a way to cope and deal with it, and they find amazing friends. Like nearly all the friends that I have are cosplayers, you know, and they're gorgeous. They've helped me through my hard times and vice versa. In costumes, when I'm in public, you know, for the most part, it's quite negative. People will stare at you and call you names and stuff like that. You can't judge what you can't explain or can't understand. You know, I say, you know, if you actually knew what cosplay was all about, then you wouldn't be mocking, you wouldn't be laughing or joking, you know. But in the end, cosplay is all about you and, you know, your creative skills and you just being passionate, you know, about who you're trying to be for that day. You know, it's your day. That's how I say it.